There's nothing quite like hearing your baby cry for the first time at delivery and meeting the baby you've been dreaming of for 9 months, but there's also not anything like the sleep deprivation and anxiety you experience when you bring your baby home from the hospital. It's hard. It's an adjustment phase for both of you. You have to take care of this baby that needs to eat every 2 to 3 hours, and that means that you are very sleep deprived. And babies actually usually sleep about 15 to 16 hours out of every 24-hour period, but it's never when we want them to sleep. Jump at any and all chances you have to get rest while your baby's sleeping, because even though they don't sleep long hours at the night and during the night when we'd like them to, they usually do have sleep periods during the day. And so things like housework can be left alone. You do need to get some sleep. And remember that your baby will naturally start to fall into a better sleep pattern as he gets older. Babies don't understand the difference between night and day till around 6 to 8 weeks. And so around that time, they usually start to sleep a little bit longer at night, like 4 to 6 hours at a time instead of every 2 to 3 hours waking up to eat. And it gradually changes so that when your baby's 4 to 6 months old, he should be sleeping about 7 to 8 hours at night and having nap periods during the day. And by the time he's 6 months old, most babies are sleeping 8 to 10 or more hours at night and having regular nap times during the day. So it will change. You'll eventually start to get more sleep, but for now, hang in there. And you asked a specific question. You said that you're thinking about co-sleeping with your baby because you feel that your baby will sleep better and you'll be able to get some sleep if you do this. But the American Academy of Pediatrics strongly recommends against co-sleeping because it can increase the risk of sudden infant death syndrome, or SIDS. They also have some other guidelines to help increase the chances that your baby is safe from this. They do recommend that you actually have your baby sleep in the same room with you for the first little while during life, and there's no specific time period given by them. It's just up to you. At least the first month or so, I would say, just from being a mom. But there are parents who feel like they want their babies in the same room with them for up to 4 or 5 months, and that's okay. But they should be in a separate sleeping area. It's best to be on a flat surface with a fitted sheet and no extra blankets, pillows, bumper pads, stuffed animals, or anything soft in the sleeping area for the first year of life. It's also very important to make sure you put your little boy to sleep on his back. The campaign since the mid-'80s, early '90s has been put your baby back to sleep, meaning to sleep on their backs. The guideline used to be babies could sleep on their tummies, and then mid-'80s, early '90s, they found that the incidence of SIDS was actually reduced by 50%. So you can't argue with that data. There are other things you can do to help reduce the risk. Binkies actually help. Breastfeeding helps. So if you have any other specific questions about your baby, be sure to ask your pediatrician. But if you have any other questions for me, feel free to ask them on our Facebook page and recommend us to your friends and family too.